going to discuss about voyage account. So here we discuss about how to prepare the statement of account in voyage or marine transactions. Let us move to the first slide. So this is the method of accounting that is followed by the shipping companies or marine companies. So this is the method of accounting that is followed by shipping companies or marine companies. So that is for the purpose of assessing the profit or loss of a particular marine transaction. They prepare accounts periodically. So in addition to that, they prepare a separate account for each and every voyage or journey. So normally there will be two situations are there. Normally one, it is they are preparing an account in a particular time period, and another one is preparing an account for each voyage. There will be a separate account for each voyage. Then in this case, normally a shipping company, they are carrying goods from one place to another. There will be a process of transporting goods from one place to another. And in some cases, in addition to transferring the goods from one place to another, they are also taking the passengers in the same ship from one place to another. That is also in case of some of the ships. Then let us move to the object of preparing voyage account. So voyage account is a type of revenue account. So what will be the revenue that they are earned in a particular time period. So moreover, the account is preparing to ascertaining the result of operating ship's voyage situation. What will be the operating cost expenses that are incurred, and what are the types of income that you are getting during the time of voyage. Then normally whatever the situations are there, normal profit loss account, there was some situations. So the same way it is a period wise or a voyage wise calculation. So you are preparing that account for a particular period or a particular voyage in order to ascertain what will be the exact profit, or what will be the financial condition, or what will be the financial return that you are earned after a particular voyage. These are some of the characteristics of voyage account. So this is the account that is prepared by a marine business, and the financial result of a marine business are included in this account, and it is similar to our normal profit loss account. And in case of this one, it is similar to normal profit loss account. The expenses are debited in this account, and incomes are credited to this voyage account. So expenses are debited and incomes are credited in the voyage account. Then another one is, once you are preparing this account, to ascertaining the profit or loss of a voyage. So once you are preparing the account, the outcome is either profit or loss of a voyage, and there will be ups and down travels are there. Then it is called inward and outward travels. So for example, if you are going from one place to another, transporting goods from one place to another, Cochin to Sri Lanka, that is called inward travel, and Sri Lanka to Cochin is outward travel. So both situation you can prepare account, and so maybe in some cases very important that there will be a not in some cases, it's most important that there will be separate account for each vessel. So we have different types of transfer situations, and there will be separate account for each vessel. That is the another important characteristics of a voyage account. Then two types of situations are there. One is a completed voyage, and another one is voyage in process. So if the voyage is in process situation, there will be some treatments like whatever the things that you are actually completed, that is only that you have to consider while preparing the account. So that in case of this one, at the end of accounting year where the voyage is not completed and it is still in process, we are doing some treatment. The first one is the provision of a incomplete voyage, that is debited from the voyage account, and the provision is credited for the voyage account in progress in proportion of the incomplete journey. So we are crediting the value of voyage in progress in proportion to the incomplete journey, not that full value. What are the proportion that you are taking, that proportion only that you are taking into account while entering the values. Then in case of expenses, maybe you are following this accounting matching concept. So an income as well as expenses related to the incomplete voyage must be carried forward to the next accounting year on the respective account. So in case of a matching concept, the income as well as expenses that is not completed, that you have to carry forward to the next accounting year, that you are transferring to the next time period. Then next one, then another one, there will be a provision for income earned, that should be debited from the voyage account, and a provision for expenses that is credited to the voyage account. So provision for income is debited to the voyage account, and provision for expenses should be credited to the voyage account. So that is the two important aspects of expense situation, income and expense situation. Then once you are preparing the voyage account, there will be two sides, debit side and credit side. And in case of debit side, I will tell you what are the important items that will be there in the debit side of a voyage account. And after that, I will show you the format of voyage account, and we will discuss one example also. So let us first we discuss about what are the main items that is on the debit side of a voyage account. The first important item is the bunker cost. So this is the bunker cost. Actually, this is the expenditure that is incurred for on fuel, oil, diesel, coal, water, etc. during the time of voyage. So these are the expenses incurred. So how this particular wage, the name or that bunker, that the name has came. Actually, it is related to the coal situation. That is, it is actually the bin or a storing place of coal. That is called a bunker. So nowadays we are using that vessels. They are using some other things like diesel and all for their operation. So, but still we are using the same name, that is called a bunker. So the cost incurred for all that things, that is called fuel, diesel, coal, and fresh water, all that things. Normally the ship is going at sea, so there is a problem of storing. There is a importance for storing fresh water also. So all these expenses are that is we called as a bunker cost. Then another one is the port charges. Port charges are the issued by the shipping companies for loading and unloading of goods and parking of ships. So there will be two situations are there: loading and unloading of goods and parking. So if they are paying the charges for loading of goods and unloading of goods, at the same time you have to pay for parking the ship in a port. So this type of charges are called port charges. This is also in the debit side of that particular voyage account. Then depreciation, of course, you know, the decreasing the value of an asset due to passage of time, obsolescence, so whatever it is, etc., etc. So many situations are there. So if there any type of depreciation is there, so you have to debit that depreciation amount. Then another one is insurance. Insurance premium, normally once you are transferring the goods from one place to another, there will be a compulsory marine insurance policy, because so many damages has been going to happen at the time of transmitting the goods from one place to another. So loading and unloading time there will be some sort of damages. Inside the ship also there will be some sort of damages. Something is happened for the ship due to accident or something like that is happened. So in that time, insurance is actually a thing that will be helpful for covering the proximity of loss. So that is helps to reducing the intensity of the loss. So that is why you must take an insurance policy while transferring a goods from one place to another. So the amount of premium that you are going to pay for that particular insurance policy is also a part of expense. So marine insurance, just like personal accident insurance, then personal life insurance, fire insurance, all that types of insurance. Marine insurance is also very important in insurance sector. Then another one is address commission and brokerage. So this is another thing that is payable to the brokers and agent. Normally, once you are transferring the something from one place to another, so some case you want to approach some broker or agent for shipping, help the shipping company for procurement of the cargo. So normally, if you are taking the support of an agent or a broker, so we have to pay some percentage of commission. So that is depends upon the thing that you are transferring, the amount of that quantity or the size of the thing that you are transferring. So based on which you have to pay for some commission. So in that case, the amount of commission that you are paying or amount of brokerage that you are paying, that is called address commission and brokerage. So that is also a type of expenses in case of a voyage account. Then Stevedoring charges. So these are the charges incurred in loading of goods on the ship and unloading of goods from the ship. So normally we are going to loading the ship and unloading the ship, and some support from the part of porter and all. So you have to pay some charges for this that one. So that is called as stevedoring charges. This is also a part of expense. Then another one is the port charges. So these are the charges that you are paying to the port authorities for allowing the ship to use the port either for loading or unloading the cargo. So either for loading the cargo or unloading the cargo, you are paying that port authorities to use the ship within that port premises. That is called a port charges. So in addition to all these 7 points, some other expenses are also like this. Salaries and wages that you are paying the crew, captain and other staffs. Then the harbor charges, you are paying the harbor charges for a particular harbor. Then commission for the managers, maybe it is proportion, there will be some proportion of commission to the managers, the proportion of goods you are transferring, you are paying the commission, or a percentage of profit that you are paying as manager's commission. So whatever the proportion of commission will be there, so that is also the part of expense that will be debited to that particular voyage account. Then in case of this particular account, in the credit side, the following main items are: one is the freight. So the amount which is charged by the shipping company for taking the goods or cargo from one place to another. You are charging some amount by the shipping company. For example, you are transferring the ship from Visakhapatnam to Singapore. So taking the goods from Visakhapatnam to Singapore, that particular company, they are charging some amount. So that is called the freight. So that is a major part of income for a shipping company. Then another one is the primage. So additional freight is just like surcharge on freight. So that is called a primage. So it is collected for the captain of the ship. So that is a part of, it is additional freight they are collecting, that is called a primage. So that is collected by the captain. So that is also the part of an income. Then the third one is the passage money. For example, if you are the same example, if you are taking the goods plus passenger ship from Visakhapatnam to Singapore via a particular ship. So if the passengers are traveling or supporting people are traveling, if they are traveling, they are using some facilities, like they can use laundry facility, they can use bar facilities, they can use other entertainment facilities within that particular ship. So that is also called the expenses that you are paying for that ship is also a passage money. The same thing is going to happen in case of from Kerala, there will be ships to Lakshadweep. So it is actually a passenger come cargo ship. So if the passenger is using, or those who are accompanying the cargo, they are using some facilities like the bar or a restaurant, or that is a saloon, or whatever the things that is there. So if some type of revenue that is getting, that is called a passage money. Then another one is the closing stock of stores, provisions, coal, fuel, etc. Generally, the voyage profit represents the excess of voyage income over the expenses. So profit is the difference between income and expenses. So of course it is the case of normal whatever the account that you are taking. So it's a difference of income and expenses. So in case of voyage process, income and expenses relating to the unfinished voyage are carried forward to the next year. So that is the important one. So as we have discussed earlier, so if it is an unfinished one, you have to carry forward to the next time period. So if the vessel is traveling only within a time period, so it's not completed, so you have to carry forward to the next time period. Then excess of a credit side of voyage account over its debit side, normally it will be the profit situation, and vice versa. Debit side of voyage is over its credit side, there will be a loss situation. So this is the normal situation, it is going to happen. Then profit or loss of general profit loss account of that particular that profit or loss that should be transferred to general profit loss account of a shipping company. So the profit of a particular journey or profit of a situation that should be transferred to general profit loss account of the shipping company. That is also an important one. So this is the format of a voyage account, just like a trading and profit loss account. So there will be particulars and amount in both sides, debit side and credit side. And you are preparing the voyage account, and for the time period entered. So this is a particular time period or a particular voyage. So whatever it is, you have to mention in that particular account. I will show you some of the items that will be there in this particular account. So this is the first item, is that what we have discussed: the bunker cost on debit side, port charges on debit side. Then another one, depreciation on debit side, insurance on debit side, address, commission and brokerage on debit side, stevedoring charges on debit side, port charges on debit side, salaries and wages of the crew, captain and other staff, that is on the debit side. Then harbor charges on the debit side, manager's commission on the debit side. So these are all some of the expenses part of a voyage account. I'll show you some of the income part. So freight is one of the income part. So as we have discussed, freight that are getting the revenue for taking the goods from one place to another, that is called freight. So that is on the credit side. Then another one is the primage. So of course what we have discussed about additional charges, surcharge they are charging, that is called primage. And passage money. So we are paying some amount for additional facilities while transferring the goods, so that is called passage money. And a closing stock of stores, provision, coal and fuel, that is also the part of voyage account. So after that there will be a situation of balancing your account. So if it is a debit side balance, your balance amount will be on the debit side, so that is called a gross profit, and that will be a profit factor. So if it is on the credit side, that will be a loss situation, that's the balance value. Either profit or loss situation is going to happen. So this is the format of a voyage account. So this is the format of a voyage account. So we have this type of items. So what are the expenses that will be there on the debit side, and what are the income that you are getting during the time of voyage, that will be on the credit side. So this is the way you have to prepare a voyage account. So I'll give you a small example of a voyage account. So let us move to the next slide. So JK Limited is commenced voyage from Goa to Mumbai on 14th and returned on 15th. The following are the particulars related to the whole period. Prepare voyage account for 15th November 2014. So these are the expenses. Freight amount is there, bunker charges, insurance, depreciation, insurance of freight, insurance of ship as well as insurance of freight is there. Then port charges, salaries, sundry expenses, consumable stores, bar sales and hairdressing, and primage. Then that is primage is 10%. Address commission is 5%. Manager's commission is 10% of profit. So these are all the situations of income and expense of JK Limited. Let us discuss how to prepare an account based on this financial factors. So this is a voyage account. So we have certain expenses. We are posting one by one expenses in this particular account. First, that is a bunker charges. We are posting bunker charges rupees 2 lakh rupees in the debit side of account. Then the second expense is port charges. That is also we can directly post. That is from the format itself. It is there. You can directly post. That is port charges is 30,000. And another one is address commission. So address commission is 5%. I will tell you how to calculate address commission. Address commission is actually 5% of freight charges and primage. So actually primage is 10% of freight charges. So 6 lakh is the freight charges plus 10% of 6 lakh. That is 10% means 10% is the primage. That is the 11th point. That is primage is 10%. That is 10% of 6 lakh. So that is 33,000. You have to post the 33,000 as address commission. So if you have address commission, you take the proportion of freight charges plus primage. So freight charges is directly given and primage is the proportion of freight charges. So that is why it calculate the proportion of primage, that is 10% of 6 lakh. Then that is why 5% of 6 lakh plus 5% of 6 lakhs plus 10% of 6 lakh. That is 5% of 66 lakh. That is equal to 33,000. So this is the way you have to post the address commission value. Then another one is salaries. It is directly given. You can post the value directly. That is, and another one is insurance ship. Insurance ship. Actually, insurance ship is paid for a particular year. So that is 2,40,000. So in that case, you have to calculate the insurance expenses for a particular month. So this is and here it is for a particular week only. So you have to take 1 to 14, in between 14 and 15. Up to 15 it is going to happen. So you can take half month insurance expenses only. So you have to take the 1/5 of that particular time period. That is to take total 1 year 2,40,000. For 1 month it is 20,000 and for half month it is 10,000. Then you take the 10,000 rupees. Then another one is 10,000 rupees. Then another one is the insurance freight. So insurance freight is another value that is directly given. That is the 6,600 insurance for the freight. Then another expense is the depreciation of shipper, that is 36,000. Depreciation of shipper, that is 36,000. And consumable stores, it is directly given, that is also 15,000. That is given in the question directly. And sundry expenses are also a part of expenses, that is 22,000. 22,000. And in credit side, there will be some sort of incomes, and the first major source of income is 6 lakh rupees income from freight. 6 lakh is the income from freight. And primage, of course, already we calculate the percent of image, that is 10% of freight value, that is equal to 10% of this freight value, 10% of 6 lakh, that is equal to 60,000. So you take the primage as 60,000. Then another one is bar sales and hairdressing. So we have a sale in the particular bar and hairdressing within the ship. So we are getting some amount that from that one. So that is a 20,000 rupees. You posted 20,000 on the credit side of the income as credit side as income. Then after that, there will be one more thing. Look at the last adjustment, manager's commission, that is 10% of a profit. So how to calculate that manager's commission? So based on the previous records, you have to calculate the value on credit side. So you calculate the value of credit side. There will be a rough calculation of value of a credit side, that is equal to 68,000. That is the value on credit side. Then you have to make a rough calculation of value on debit side, that is equal to first one is credit side is for 6,80,000 is a credit side value, not 68,000, 6,80,000, and debit side value is 4,72,600. So credit side value is 6,80,000 and debit side value is 4,72,600. Then you take the difference of these two, that is called that is the amount is 2,07,400. The difference is 2,07,400. So in that difference amount, you have to pay the commission. You have to pay the commission for the managers. So commission is equal to 10% of 2,07,400. That is 20,740. 20,740. That is the commission that you are going to pay the managers. So I'll show you how to post. So you post this one. And before calculating the profit, actual profit, you have to calculate the commission and post on the debit side of the particular account as 20,740. So this is the commission that you're getting from the managers. I'll tell you once again. So managers commission is 10% of profit. You have to calculate roughly you have to calculate the credit side and debit side total. That is credit side it is 6,80,000 and debit side it is 4,72,600. Then find out the difference of these two, that is 2,07,400. Then commission is 10% of that particular difference value, that is equal to 10% of 2,07,400, that is equal to 20,740. So that is the value you have to show on the debit side of this particular Voyage account. Then let us see how to calculate the profit situation. So first of all, you have already calculated the total of a credit side, that is equal to 6,80,000. Then the same amount you have to write on the debit side also. Find out the difference of these two, that is equal to 1,86,660. So that is a difference value of a debit side and credit side after charging the commission. That you are paying the getting the profit after charging the commission. So before you have to calculate the commission, before commission and manager's commission, what will be the profit that you have calculated? Here we are calculating the profit after charging the commission. So here it is 1,86,660. Then the difference is transferring to general profit is the general profit loss account, that is the balance. So if it is on the credit side, this is a profit situation. If it's on the credit side, you are writing the same thing, but that difference amount will be the loss. So this is the way you have to prepare a Voyage account for a particular shipping company, for a particular transaction, for a particular time period. So that's all regarding the presentation for this particular topic, Voyage account. So thank you for watching and have a nice time. Be safe.